let's talk about the final approval stage. We must get final approval from the seller before we can lock you in for a home. The seller is the bank, and therefore they will have the final say if you are approved. However, most of the time they will follow our recommendation. We then have a final review of the terms of the purchase and all the contracts. This includes going over your fixed mortgage payment, the term of the loan, how title will transfer to your name, which escrow company will monitor and service your monthly payments, and other details of the transaction. Home inspections are recommended. The home inspection must be completed within the first week of an accepted offer. This is your due diligence period. You can hire a professional to do a home inspection for you. The average cost is approximately $250, or you can inspect the home yourself to search for any problems. What happens if you do a home inspection and there are problems with the house? If you are unhappy with the findings of a home inspection, you can back out of the transaction and have the deposit money returned to you. You will want to know how much time goes by before you refinance and how that is determined. All sellers will have a predetermined length of time in which they will want you to obtain your own financing. During your pre-approval process, we determine what is holding you back from obtaining conventional financing, whether it is your credit, employment situation, or other factors. We gauge how much time is needed in order for you to meet the criteria for financing, and we then must make sure your loan allows the necessary time frame for your situation. If it will take 1 year for you to be eligible for conventional financing, then your loan term should be for 2 years, to allow plenty of time for you to qualify for a government loan. The term can vary due to individual circumstances, though the average time our sellers will agree to provide financing for is between 1 and 3 years. If you are able to refinance early, you can do so without penalty. What if you don't like the terms of the contract? When you have the opportunity to review the contracts prior to closing, we will attempt to address your concerns. If you are still unsatisfied, we can assist you in terminating the transaction. Now let's take a look at the closing process. When you purchase a property through our owner financing program, we use a long-term escrow company to structure and monitor your mortgage payments for the life of your loan. Long-term escrow makes sure everything is paid on time and all parties follow all terms of the contract. They serve as a neutral third party that can supervise the entire loan purchase process. What can you expect to pay in closing costs? Closing costs can range from $800 to $1,500. The amount can depend on what time of year and month you close, as there can be prorated property taxes and insurance fees, or interest or title fees. Your deposit money is refunded to you at closing, so if your closing costs are less than $1,000, your earnest money should cover most of your closing expenses. When will your first payment be due? Unlike renting, when you need a deposit and at least the first month's rent paid up front, your mortgage is paid in arrears. This means that you typically make your first payment a month after you move in. How much down payment is required? The amount of down payment required varies from home to home. However, we will only work with sellers who will accept low down payment options, and in some cases we have sellers who don't require a down payment at all. However, if you do have a down payment saved up, it will help acquire a lower monthly payment and reduce your overall loan balance. So start saving all you can to give yourself more options. Once you pick out a home and provide us with a deposit, we can typically get you approved and set to close and move into the home within 1 week. So the process can happen very quickly if you are in a hurry. However, some of the homes we advertise have a predetermined availability date if there are sellers or tenants moving out, which can slow down the process. What costs or fees should you budget for once you move in? Once you move in, you will be the new owner, and therefore you will need to be prepared to handle all maintenance, repairs, improvements, property taxes, insurance, and utility bills. We can help you determine the expected costs of taxes, insurance, and other expenses prior to closing on the property to make sure you can take on these new responsibilities. The final step in the owner financing process is when you refinance. As stated before, owner financing loans typically have a predetermined time frame in which you will need to go out and acquire other financing to pay off the seller. Therefore, it is important that you continue to work to improve your financial situation after you move into your home, so you can easily qualify for other financing down the road. What should you do to ensure you can refinance by the contract date? The most beneficial thing to do to be eligible for refinance is to make all your payments, mortgage, utilities, credit cards, etc., on time. In addition, we give you advice on what to do and what not to do for the benefit of your credit score. As well as credit repair, we also have a lending coach who will contact you and work with you in the year prior to the contract end date to ensure the refinance is on track. What happens if the home does not appraise when you do the refinance? If your home does not appraise when it is time to refinance, we can typically extend the loan terms out another 6 months to a year to allow the home to appreciate. In specific situations, we can restructure the loan itself to conform to the appraisal. If you have a lot of equity in your house, can you get cash back when you refinance? Absolutely. You should discuss this option and others with your lending coach. Can you sell the property instead of refinancing your loan? Yes, as long as the sales price you obtained for your home will cover your selling expenses and pay off your loan. If you are interested in this option, please contact us, and we can help you figure out pricing and how much you would receive from the sale of your home. Okay, so now we've covered all the steps of owner financing. Like I said before, our goal is to get you into a home of your own, and if you contact us, we will first see if you are close to qualifying for a special government home buying program. But if not, we can help you with the next best thing, owner financing, which is much easier to get approved for and still provides you with the benefits of home ownership. So again, step 1 is to fill out an application and get it back to us as soon as possible to see how we can best help you. You can get a copy of our application by following the designated link on the email we sent you, or you can call our office and request another copy at 208-287-6589. We have also provided you with a link to download some informative flyers about our program and a list of frequently asked questions. Thank you for listening, and we look forward to meeting with you soon.